So, the ATEs, what do you guys think of these? Any Tales of? Tales of fans in the chat? That's always what I think of when I think of ATE, is the Tales of series. I feel like in the Tales of series, I don't really like them. And granted, I've only played Symphonia, so my opinion is not completely distinct, but I've played Symphonia, I've played a little bit of Berseria, and I've seen gameplay of the others. I also played the demo of the new one, Tales of Arise. And I'm not a big fan. Like, they're okay, but not a big fan of them. For some reason, I feel like I like these more. Maybe it's like the ones in the Tales of series are kind of like goofy, and most of them don't seem to really pertain to anything. It's usually like just conversations they're having on the way to the next objective, and like usually it's just they're poking fun at each other or something. Whereas these feel like they're a bit more character driven, and like you would actually miss out on a bit of the story if you did not read these. Whereas they feel a lot more extra in Tales of. Now there are some of these that are just completely, you know, side jokes. But I don't know, something about these feel a bit more like involved. Almost to the point where I feel like you need to watch them or else you'd be missing things. But yeah, I don't know. These always kind of hit different than the Tales of ones. And some of these are really funny too. I don't really like the Tales of humor as much. I like this game's humor. Whoa! Are you alright? Oh, the other thing too, like, the ones in the Tales of are just conversations, like Zuloff said. Whereas these are like what's going on while other things are happening. Yeah. So these are more important. Like, the Tales of ones are just happening right then, and you're just watching it. Whereas here, we're like actually going out of our party and listening to other characters. So you get context to stuff with these. So, yeah, they're much more important. Is it still coming? Watch out! Yo, Sad, thank you so much for the 21. This has got to be the worst situation we've ever been in. Alright, real quick, now that we're done with the play. Funnily enough, as soon as I set this to slow, all of the text was, like, that waited for me. It was just that one scene that I couldn't read the stuff. So I played myself. Ooh, I'm so glad that my cymbals survived the crash. Bro, do you see what happened? Screw your cymbals. I want mail, Koopo! Well, you don't get any mail. Yeah, I kind of wonder if I should increase the combat speed, because I do remember 9 being a bit slow, like just in general. Maybe I'll bump it up a little bit. Oh, there's only 3 settings. That's kind of lame. I'll leave it there then for now. We'll see. Garnet's missing. Blank's already searching inside. You search for outside. Frog. I think I officially need to go check out my equipment. What? Sorry, Dane. How did this happen? It's so slow. Yeah. Maybe I will turn it up. If I turn it up now, I'll get used to it. So. Especially with all the stupid stealing I'm doing. Yeah, I left it on normal. Because there's only 3 settings. So I was like, maybe I'll leave it on normal. But good lord, it's so slow. My main character is a thief. He's supposed to be fast. What happened? Oh my god, could you imagine slowest? We'd be here all day. Whoa. I got a card. I should have 5 now. Unless, actually, did they give you 5 at the start? Like, do they give you multiples? No, they don't. So now I officially have 5. Look at that Cactuar card. Alright, let's check out what's going on here. So, for those of you that have never played 9, it has one of my favorite mechanics of the series. Some people don't like it, which is fine. I can understand why you wouldn't like it. It's a bit different. But I always loved this mechanic. There's something about it that just really speaks to me as like a collector. Like, I'm not exactly like a completionist, but it feels so good to equip an armor and master the ability and then have the ability to equip a different armor. Like, it's just awesome. It is a bit grindy, I agree, but man, the payoff always feels so good. So the way it works is, in this game, you get abilities off of armor. Think of like Final Fantasy VI, where you get the abilities off of the Espers. In this game, you get abilities off of armor. So like, the dagger gives me Flee, and after I get 40 AP, I'll master Flee, and then I can equip a different weapon and still keep Flee. So the idea is like, you equip weak armor, learn the abilities on them, and then you equip better armor as you go through the game. And when you get better armor, you have to make the choice between equipping it right away or waiting until you master whatever you're currently working on before you equip it. And it just feels so good to like master your inventory. Like, once you have all the abilities on all of Zidane's weapons, you can then equip your best weapon and keep all the abilities. And it's just, I don't know, it's just a really rewarding system, in my opinion. I really enjoy it. And trying to get every ability on every character, like, feels really good too. And the abilities themselves, you have to equip them, and you get these, like, I don't know what they're called, ability points, but not ability points, because that's AP. But you can only equip, you know, that much. So, and you can equip it as long as you have an armor that has it, or you haven't mastered. Ability stones. Okay. Yeah, that works. Also, I love that the help thing is Mog. Receive gil even when running from battle. That seems like really good. You could just walk into a battle and flee and get money, make money so much faster. I'm wondering if it's less money though. Also, I don't need money. I made 10K from the play. Let's go. I'm rich. Oh, I should battle speed. Shit, she's in trouble. What the hell is that? Release the princess at once. Yeah, like it's really gonna listen to you. Come on. Still haven't heard the boss theme. No. Trance. Time for the worst part of Final Fantasy IX. Can we all agree this is the worst part of the game? What was that light? I don't know. Somehow it raises my power. Could it really be trance? I've heard of it before. Trance is induced by a surge of emotion. Alright, let's take him. Oh my god, I'm on fastest battle speed. Look at this ATB. Big speed. Now to waste my trance away with steel. Ow. Big damage. Dude, look at Steiner's ATB and imagine it 2 ticks lower, because we're on fastest. Imagine it on slowest. Oh my god. Yeah, so Gritty had a good point. The one issue with the way the ability system works in this game is that once you master ability on a weapon, it's a bit useless. Like, you might as well just equip whatever has the most stats. You don't get that, like, extra depth of, like, oh, it's strong, but it doesn't give much, it doesn't give many materia slots, or it's strong, but its ability is weak, or it's strong, but it's fire element, so I can't use it against fire enemy. Like, basically the weapons and the armor are just stats once you get the abilities on them. So there is a bit of a, like, trade-off, I agree. But I still really like the system. I don't mind that too much. I mean, like, thinking back on Final Fantasy VII, like, yeah, some of the weapons have more materia slots and are weaker, but a lot of times I end up just equipping what's the strongest anyways, unless I'm doing something really particular. So. But yeah, Trance is the worst. I hate it so much. I've always hated Trance. It I remember playing Final Fantasy VII and hating Vincent's Limit because you couldn't control it. In this game, you can control Trance, but you can't control when it goes off. And it frustrated me just as much as Vincent's Limit back in the day, because you can't control it. The whole thing that's cool about, like, limits and overdrives and that stuff is that you can charge it up and then use it at a particular time to gain an advantage. And in this game, you lose that because Trance just goes off. In addition to that, I just don't really like many of the trances. I don't think they're that great. There are some that are good in certain circumstances, but some of them just feel kind of useless anyways. And, you know, there's nothing more frustrating than, like, getting trance on Zidane and wasting it all to steal, or wasting it all to, like, healing. Because if you gotta heal, you gotta heal, but then it still takes your trance away. It's just a frustrating mechanic. It never comes across as, like, fun to use. It's more of just a annoyance. So that's definitely one of the weak parts of 9, is trance. I like that they tried something different, because up to this point, you know, 7 and 8 both just kind of had the same limit mechanic, although 8's limit mechanic worked differently. So it's cool that they did something different, but I definitely think it could have been better. I mean, even if you could just activate it, I think would be a big step to making it better. Princess! Princess! What the heck? Where did they go? She's gone. I was too scared to cast any spells. That monster's probably gonna eat her. How could I let this happen? Don't worry, she's not dead yet. That monster was only a minion. He's probably gonna take her to his master. That means the princess might still be... Come! We must go find her at once. Whoa! Right into another fight. There's so much action in the beginning of this game. I love it. Let me go! Help me! After playing through the beginning of the game with Vivi, you, like, want to save him so bad here. Magic seems effective. Oh yeah. Can I turn on? Good. I forgot you can turn this on. It actually helps a lot. Ooh. Let's just let Vivi blow him up. What Final Fantasy besides 7 do you like the story in the most? 10 is my second favorite story. But I'm still kind of letting 6, like, sit in my mind. I played it for the first time for Fantathon, and I really, really loved it. So, like, maybe 6 beats 10 in the future. But it's too early to say that yet. I only played it once. But it's a honorable mention. And like I said before, 9 used to be one of my favorite games, but I haven't played it in so long, so maybe by the end of 9 it trumps 10 as well. See you, Baden. Phew. Thanks. Are you alright? Yeah, I think so. Princess. I know, it's crazy, right? It still kind of blows my mind that Fantathon was the first time I played 6. But I always knew I wanted to play it with the community. And growing up, I never owned it, so I already kind of missed out on the play it as a kid nostalgia. So once I started doing like Let's Plays, I was like, I have to wait and make 6 special. I can't just play through it randomly on YouTube sometime. Like, I gotta do something special for it. So that started the idea of Fantathon, and then I held off until Fantathon, until I had the ability to do Fantathon. I definitely could have played it earlier. Why didn't you play it as a kid? I didn't play it as a kid because we never had a Super Nintendo. I went straight from NES to PS1. My family was going through a rough time, like pretty much after NES all the way to PS1. So we didn't own anything in between except my brother had a Genesis at one point with like just Sonic. And then the very first Final Fantasy I played was 7, which, as I've said before, like got me into video gaming. But I had never had any friends or anyone that really played Final Fantasy until way later in my life. So I never really had anyone say like, yo, you should play the old ones. So as a kid, it was like, why would I play the old ones? Like, I'll just play everything after 7. There was no like incentive to play the old ones. And I never got a Super Nintendo or like anything. So the only thing I could have done was bought the PS1 version, but I never did. Never had anyone tell me like, yo, this exists. I don't even think I knew it existed as a kid. I don't think I knew that the collections existed on PS1. I just bought every new Final Fantasy that came out. So I bought 8, 9, and 10 when they came out. But yeah, I don't even know I don't think I knew that those collections existed, and if I did, I didn't have any friends that like told me they were good or anything, so I just played 7, 8, 9, 10. You guys are lucky. If it weren't for Zidane, you'd both be dead. And then I remember the very first time I heard about 6 even being like worth the play was a girlfriend I had in high school. She said she did like challenge runs of 6. And she was like, you have to play 6. Like, you haven't played 6? What are you doing? Like, 6 is the best in the whole series. And I was like, hold on a second. Did you just say that Final Fantasy 6 is better than Final Fantasy 7? Because I'm looking at the time, and it's looking like breakup time. That's what it's saying on my clock. I don't know. It's not me. It's my clock. It's saying time to break up. She was like, no, seriously. Like, 6 is actually that good. And I was like, okay. I believe you. But at that point, I'd already started my YouTube channel and stuff. And so I was like, I'll hold off until I start, like, really getting into Let's Plays and stuff, because I would love to do this for, like, a YouTube thing. And then we actually ended up breaking up. So then I didn't play it. And then, like I said, got to the point where I knew one day I'd do Fantathon. So I was like, I'll wait. I'll wait and do it right, instead of just picking up the PlayStation version and playing the crappy version my own, you know, on my own. Like, nah, I'll do 6 the right way. So, and that all led up to Fantathon. Freaking, I dated that girl in 2007, I think. 2006, maybe? So, 14 years later. Some of the monsters in this forest reproduce by planting seeds in other animals. That's terrifying. And when the seeds sprout, it's hasta la vista. You become beef jerky. Am I gonna die? No. You're gonna be fine. Here, drink this. It'll remove all the seeds from your body. Good guy, Blank. Yuck. Princess, I'm coming right now. Stand aside. Room behind you. Go. The princess is in grave danger. Do you intend to abandon her? You're in no condition. Don't worry about the princess. The boss will think of something. Hey, stop. Get some rest. Yeah, and take that medicine I gave you. Dang it, I can't just stand here. The princess's life rests in my hands. What can their boss possibly accomplish? This medicine, it smells terrible. And the color. This is obviously poison. Ugh. I can't take it anymore. God help me. Hey, not bad. So does he take the potion there because he thinks it's poison and he wants to end it? Or does he just like, alright, I'll believe him? He can take it both ways. Forget it. Monsters born out of the mist are crawling everywhere. So what? There's nothing out there we can't handle. I definitely think it was the second, because, like, he's not going to end it until he rescues the princess, if nothing else. Yeah, but what are we going to do about the wounded? We can't take them with us. Or we can take them with us. How are we going to carry all of them? Trust me, we go out now, and we'll all get wasted. My boys come before the princess, you know. It's too bad. We're going to stay put till everyone recovers. You better not set one foot outside this ship. You got that? I can't believe you're abandoning her. You're nothing but a big coward. I'll play some cards. I got nothing else to say. If you don't agree with me, you're free to leave the band anytime. I see a chest. I'll just steal your gloves. What do you think about that? How's it going, Solidus? The structure is in poor condition. Perhaps I can break out by ramming into the wall. Fire! Fire! Let me out! Ugh. I'm still not feeling well. Just plops onto that table. What's this? What an ugly doll. Princess Garnet, age 15. How dare they write the princess's name on such a ragged doll? Besides, the princess is not 15, she's 16. Princess. Kind of weird that they say her age. Just because, I don't think that really happens too often in Final Fantasy. They don't, like, usually it's in, like, the manual or something. They don't normally say it out loud. Where'd everybody go? And what am I supposed to do now? That's it. What a great... What a great story. It should be here somewhere. Huh? Dang. Where is it? What happened to my Garnet doll? Man, how am I supposed to sleep now? Jeez. Poor little doll. The fire probably caught it. I like how Mog's just sitting there watching him like, okay. Plants that attack people? I guess they don't call it Evil Forest for nothing. Ew, I got some decapitated wrist. Gross. I love the walking in this game. I don't know what it is, but something about it just feels so good. It feels like I'm really controlling the character. It's like the bounciness of the walk or something. There's just something about it I like. The sound effects and stuff. It's really well done. What's wrong? Why are you so fidgety? Sit back and relax. We ain't going anywhere for a while. That's what you think. Oh. Thank you for helping me. Nah, don't mention it. Besides, it was your black magic that saved the day. You know, you've got some major power for such a little guy. What's wrong? Are you peeved at me because I called you little? Hey, you're a great mage with great powers, alright? Hell with looks, it's what inside that counts. I'm sorry, when that monster caught her, I couldn't do anything. Hey, don't worry about the princess. I'll get her back, I promise. Thank you, Mr. Zidane. Whoa, it's the first time anyone's called me Mister. Just call me Zidane, alright? Okay, Zidane. I tell you what, the conversations between Zidane and Vivi are like the most humbling thing ever. Like, I freaking love the interaction between Zidane and Vivi. Like, I only really remember it through the beginning of the game. Like I said, the whole middle of the game and end of the game is like gone out of my memory, but I remember some of the conversations they have, and it's always so good. Oh. Secrets. You know, I think one of the things that really makes this game stand out is how big the character is on the screen. Like, everything feels a bit zoomed in to where, like, they were able to put a lot more detail into stuff. Whereas, like, Final Fantasy 7 and 8, a lot of times it's really zoomed out, and you get, like, these big scenes that look really epic, but the actual detail is super minor. You know, like, I'm thinking about maybe like the garden, you know, like most of the view from the garden is like really far away, and you get like a feel as to how big the garden is, but at the same time everything's pretty simple. Whereas here a lot of the camera angles are super close and you get like a lot more detail. You can't see as much of the screen, but also a lot of the fields are smaller, so it doesn't matter as much. Which I love that so much more. Like, garden is cool that it's big, but it takes 10 minutes to walk through the garden, and most of the screens are just a giant hallway that takes you 10 seconds to get across, you know? Like, that's not as fun as a smaller, compact area. Jeez, he was pretty down. Maybe I shouldn't have made that promise. I don't even know if I'll be able to find her. Man. I never felt so strange. Maybe fate brought us together. I can't explain it. Man, I can't stop thinking about her. What am I gonna do? Yeah, what's there to think about? She's cute and she's in trouble. That's all that matters. There you are. Why do you look so serious? Uh-oh. What are you up to this time? I'm gonna take that knight and the black mage to find the princess. You're crazy. Man, you don't even know what's out there. Besides, there's no way the boss will allow that. I know. Jeez, why do you always gotta play the hero? The boss is gonna kill you. Well, what are you waiting for? Go talk to the boss. We locked up that old knight up in the instrument storage room. He fusses a little from time to time, but he hasn't been all that bad. How long have we been here? It's been like 3 minutes. Did you hear that? Something's crying. Am I gonna die here? Hope not. I'll tell you what, this game really gives you a lot for exploring too. Much more than 8. You find so much more from exploring, and it's like the exact opposite of 8 in that in 8 you would explore and you wouldn't find anything, or if you did, it was useless stuff. Here, it feels awesome when you find a piece of equipment, because not only are you finding equipment, you're finding abilities too. So it really rewards you for exploring. 8 gave you no reward for exploring. You could never find armor because it didn't exist. You could never find weapons because you had to make them. You just got items most of the time, or draw points. Ah! That's you! Took you long enough. I fell asleep, darn it. So, you're leaving, eh? Yeah, I promised Garnet I'd kidnap her. Wah ha ha! I didn't ask you why. I can't blame you, though. She's dang beautiful. I guess that's reason enough. Well, I hope you're ready, because I'm going to bust you up for breaking the rules. Alright. Okay, get your butt over to the cargo room. We got more room there. Come on by. Time to punch you in the face. You know, as we do. As it goes. How's it going, Dash? How's it going, Carnifex? Oh yeah, so excited. I'm having a blast. It's good to have you here. You ready? Anytime. I ain't holding back. Weird dynamic we have here, boss. Reminds me of the old days, working at the bowling alley. We used to fight each other with swords and knives all the time, to the death, right in the middle of the bowling alley. Good times. How's it going, Orion? It was the same here for a while, and then 10 took it over. But now that I'm playing 9 again, maybe it'll make its way back up to my top 2. Definitely enjoying it so far. The intro is so good. The bowling code of honor. Yo, Astro, thank you so much for the 14 months, by the way. And Gonk, thank you for the 52. Crazy. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Latau. Yeah, I don't see your donation. The alerts are paused, but I don't see it either. Maybe it's just being slow. But thank you very much. Alright, you win. I'll be damned. Bravo! Go find your princess. Gwahaha. He just walks up and gut punches me. Dang, that hurt. He pulled his punches till that last one. Way to go, Zidane. I unlocked the door to storage, so you're free to go talk to that knight. Thief, bad class. Come on, you're too old to be playing with a doll. Silence! A scoundrel like you could never understand. I'm just overwhelmed with concern for the princess. If only you rogues hadn't captured her, this is all your fault. If anything should happen to the princess, I will have your head. Take it easy, jeez. I'm gonna go look for her now. I'll let you come with me if you promise to be good. What do you say, Rusty? Rusty? I am Aldebert Steiner, captain of the Knights of Pluto. And I will never work with you conniving thieves. Captain? I figured you were a private. What with that cheap rusty armor? Look, this has nothing to do with the Tantalus. It's something I decided to do on my own. I just want to save Garnet. Ugh. You had better not be lying. Because if you are, I won't hesitate to kill you. Yeah, I'm counting on you, Rusty. Make no mistake. I'm only going with you to rescue the princess. I will deal with you personally when this is over. Whatever. It may be difficult with just the two of us. We should seek Master Vivi's help as well. Why are you calling him Master? You fool. That black mage has unimaginable powers. I don't want to get him involved, but alas, it can't be helped. We need Master Vivi's powers to rescue the princess. Alright, let's go talk to Vivi. I love the dynamic between the characters and Vivi so much. Like, it's one of the best things about this game. How Steiner, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Steiner is a lovable goof. He respects Vivi because of his power. And then, like, Zidane respects him because he's also an outcast. And then Garnet's, like, super nice to him. And it's just, like, the dynamic between the characters and Vivi and, like, then his own struggles. Like, it's just written so well. Yo, Darth, thank you so much for the 3 months. Yeah, man. 8 was a blast, too. Well, Vivi, we're ready to go look for the princess. Really? That's great. Be careful, okay? Actually, we want you to come with us, too. Huh? But I can't do anything. Hardly, Master Vivi. Your magic was highly effective against that monster. In all honesty, I hold your power in greater esteem than I do this scoundrel's. But I'm scared. I couldn't even move last time. Please, Master Vivi. For the sake of Princess Garnet and all of Alexandria, I humbly request your assistance. Come on, you're a black mage, for crying out loud. Show us what you got. Alright, let's get going. Okay, I'll try my best. Thank you, Master Vivi. Master Vivi, yeah? It's about your black magic. I wish to try an experiment. I was wondering if... Whisper, whisper. Magic sword? Okay, I'll give it a try. He's, like, Steiner is so lovable because he's, like, so respectful of Vivi, and then he's, like, hates Zidane so much. I love it. What's up, Mortar? Yeah, I got Leviathan. How's it going, Blind? Good to see you, man. Sheesh. You really dig her, huh? I can't sit around knowing a girl's in trouble. Goes against my nature. Whatever. You're full of crap. Oh, I get it. You're jealous that I'm gonna get me a sweetie pie. Psh, she's not even my type. I came down here to give you this. You're always thinking about me, but I won't need a love potion to reel this one in. Why don't you get your mind off girls for a second? This is the medicine I gave to that black mage in the night. It's sort of like a seed remover. Cool. This will really come in handy. Why am I always helping you? Oh yeah, here's a little tip from the boss. Don't forget to set your abilities. Leaving the band is your business, but you better keep training. Learning more abilities is going to make you even stronger. Thanks, Baku. Hey Blank, how do you set abilities again? Man, how could you forget? It's so basic. Thanks, Blank. I'll see you when I see you. How about never? Rules are rules, so I've got to charge you since you're no longer in Tantalus. Sorry. What do you need? Wait, I could have had, like, infinite stuff before? I have so much money. I am so rich. There's a letter for you, Zidane. Zidane, are you alright? I'm doing good. I met an interesting stranger in Alexandria today. I'll tell you more soon. P.S. Tell the boys in Tantalus I said hi. Ruby sounds like a nice girl, Kupo. Sounds like... This is the same one, right? Yeah. Sounds like she could have put more info in that mail. I met someone interesting. Well, see you later. Couldn't have given me a little bit more? Should have menued before I saved. Oh. Alright. So I got an iron sword. But I should learn Beast Killer first. I got a rubber helm, which also gives me minus strike. Let me go ahead and equip that since it's weaker. Learn minus strike and then flop over to... Well, actually, I guess if I do this, I can learn minus strike from iron sword instead. Ooh. That's good. I already checked you. Might as well. Can learn thunder. Wow. Steiner is ready to go, dude. Poison protection, beast, bug, and bird killer. Hey, how's it going, Quantum? Thanks so much for being here. You're anticipating 12. That's awesome. 12 is going to be really cool. And very long. Yeah, so, you know that thing I was talking about with 7 and 8? Where, like, the characters aren't that much different? And, like, because, like, in 7, the stats aren't very different. And even with materia, like, it doesn't change much unless you put on, like, a magic plus. So all the characters are a bit similar, and the really only difference is like what materia you put on them. And then 8, they are a bit more different, but with junctioning, you can just change anyone into anything. This game definitely goes back to the old style, which, again, like I was saying before, this game really is a great shout out to the older games. And this is a great example. The classes are very different in this game. You can even already tell... Zidane has more health than Steiner, but I think it's just because he's level 2. But Vivi has half the health of Zidane and Steiner, so you can already tell, like, the difference is pretty crazy. And this is only, you know, they haven't even gotten any stats yet. They're level 1, so. Also, pretty interesting, they start on level 1. I can't think of too many, I don't know, the retro ones mostly start on level 1, right? But a lot of RPGs I play nowadays, you don't really start on level 1. You always start on level like 5 or something. That's when you start at level 1. Okay. Yeah, Cloud's level 1 in the flashback. Maybe that's why they have him start on level 6. So that they can make him level 1 in the flashback. Kind of makes sense. I never thought of it that way. Makes sense, though. I always thought he started level 6 just so he'd be level 7 after the first fight for the meme. Yeah, it's probably both. This game has a great soundtrack, yeah. I'm excited to hear a lot of the music because I've had my personal Final Fantasy IX music that I listen to constantly, but the entire soundtrack I haven't heard since I played it as a kid, so it's going to be fun to relive a lot of the music. I only remember the beginning mini-games, like cards, jump rope. I remember there's a mini-game with chocobos in this game, but I forget how it works. And I remember the frog minigame too, because that one's really memorable. But that's it. I don't remember any other ones. I do remember that frog minigame though. Don't remember exactly how it works, but I remember it. Bump 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 bump. Bum ba da bump 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 bump. Bump bump bum ba da bump. Bum ba da bump. Bum ba da bum. Oh, we gotta turn off the game. We're playing the wrong game. We're playing Final Fantasy VII. What the heck? I swear I put 9 in there. Okay, let's really liven up the place. Yeah, let our music do the fighting against those monsters. This ought to boost morale. This is great. Brum, brum, brum. Hey, not bad. I'm gonna go take a look around. Stay on your toes. We'll be leaving soon. Okay, boss. Great Easter egg. Or shout out, or whatever you want to call it. Not really an Easter egg. It's not secret. Reference. Shout out. Hat tip. Tip of the old fedora. Whatever you want to call it. Raise magic. Whack. We take a moment to appreciate how violent Steiner's attack is. He jumps like twice his height. The sound effect is so violent. Steiner is the GOAT. Wow, look at that HP boost on Steiner already. Zynane had what? 130 at level 2? So Steiner's already catching up. I should heal. Wonder where this river goes. We'll never know. I sure hope we get the Pixel remasters on console someday. It's a travesty that they didn't release on console, but we've talked about that enough. No sign of any monsters here. Spring. Are you sure about this? Yeah, don't worry. We'll be out of here soon, too. Here, take this map. It's going to be a long trip back to Lindblom. Alright, I'll see you later. I'm counting on you. Wow, I just healed, too. Just healed, the game gives me a heal. Love to see it. A letter from Kupo. Thanks for the delivery, Kupo. I think Queen Braun is up to something, but I suspect Princess Garnet even more, Kupo. She might leave home soon, with a prince on a white horse. Maybe it's just my imagination. Princess Garnet? Didn't she just... never mind, Kupo. I just received a letter from Stiltskin. Let's read it together, Kupo. Longnet's really weird. You have to, like, check it. Even though you know there's no mail, because sometimes the mail, like, randomly pops up as you're exiting. I'm in a very cold place right now. It's really strange. It wasn't like this last time I came here, but I guess this is why I travel, to encounter the unexpected. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here before I get trapped in ice. A cold place. Oh, I know where he is, Kupo. There must be something strange going on. As long as you, like, give the letter and then, like, open it once and close it, you're good, I think. But if you give the letter and then exit out, sometimes you can miss stuff. Thank you for the host, C-Mark. Hope you're doing well today. Marsh, thank you for the host. It's a giant flower. Oh my goodness, that is a giant flower. Oh, that's sad to hear, Dash. That's a crazy... I mean, that's... I don't know how long bearded dragons normally live, but I remember my second grade teacher had a bearded dragon. I don't remember it being that old. I feel like that's pretty old for a bearded dragon. Maybe not, though. Did I steal? I missed it. See ya. Alright, now the age-old question of, does the ailment persist? Which I'm pretty sure they do in this game, especially since in that menu it did, yeah. I could see it in the experience menu, so I figured. Good thing I bought some of that stuff. Now that's pretty epic right there. That's a very Final Fantasy VII type thing. Where it goes straight from the field to a cutscene. That stuff blew my mind when I was a kid. I was like, whoa, is that the future? Games will never get cooler than that. They'll never get more graphically enhanced than this. This is the pinnacle of gaming. Blind actually works in this game, yeah. Yay, the boss music for the first time. There she is! So, this is the master. Princess! You stay out of this. Alexandra would be disgraced if a mere bandit should rescue the princess. You think you can handle him on your own? Let's get him, Vivi. Go, Deku, thank you for the 15. Alright, time for the fun of trying to steal from a boss. Oh, yikes. Triple blind. Yo, first try. Aha! Fire sword still hits. Oh, he still has more on his table. Should have healed. And Vivi. All the damage. So that did about... Ah, yikes. That did about 200. Woo! I made it just in time. Step aside, I'll take care of this. I did kind of come just in time. Sign-in just died. Wait. My Phoenix Down didn't go off. That was weird. I wanted to check the mechanics of focus. And see if you can do it more than once. You get the steel first, though. Don't hit Zidane, please. Oh. Just hit everyone. Stole eye drops. I guess that's fitting. Yes, please let me play the game. I didn't even sound like I was asking. I said, I want to check the mechanics. As in, I want to check the mechanics, not tell me the mechanics. Like, I understand sometimes it sounds like I'm asking, but I'm actually not, but that wasn't even a question. I just said, I'm gonna go check, I'm gonna check the mechanics. Okay, good. Hopefully... Dang it. I was just about to say, hopefully Vivi doesn't die, because that's gonna... Now I don't know if it's stacked or not. Like, it might be gone now that he died. Oh. Oh, good. Alright, let's see how much damage it does. Okay, 180. Stop hitting Vivi, please. Thank you. Should have bought more. Yeah, I stole Leviathan. Oh my god, that damage is rough. So it did raise once. I don't know if it raised a second time, because when he died, it might have gone away. I think it did stack, though. It looked like it did. Because when I did it the first time, he didn't do more than 200, so... I think it stacks. Which is good to know. I don't know if it's a percentage stack, or just a, like, +5 stack or something. If it's a percentage stack, then that will get nuts later. Princess, please get a hold of yourself. Zidane, give her the stuff. Hack. Princess, please try to drink all of it. Is she gonna be okay? Oh man, what now? Sheesh, we're gonna be surrounded. Let's get out of here. Go! What are you waiting for?